Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have gotten a lot of um, emails, messages on Facebook, not Facebook, Instagram, about long distance relationships. So I'm like, why not just make a video on it? Because a lot of people are confused. Like, what is too much communication and long distance relationships? Are we talking enough? Are we not talking enough? Is he doing enough? Is he not doing enough? What is the end goal in these long distance relationships? A lot of people get in them and they probably didn't expect to fall in love with this person. They probably didn't expect to things to last this long and get this real. So I am going to be talking about long distance relationships and the keys to communications. This is going to be part one because I'm going to bring on a friend of mine who's been in a 3-year long distance relationship, and she's going to come on and talk about that. So right now we are going to just be discussing like what is the basics of long distance relationships. So if you've been in a long distance relationship with somebody, of course, you guys are going to start off talking to each other almost every single day. You're going to be obsessed with just talking and texting and everything, right? Because everything is just fresh and new. Then you plan to see each other, or maybe you already saw each other and now it's long distance or whatever, and you're trying to make it work. One of the things I think after a couple of months of dating, maybe like almost a year of dating, that needs to be discussed. Hey, what are we doing? What is the long run here? And is that something you are up for possibly moving? And like, how long do you plan for this long distance relationship to go on for? Because if you don't talk about it, the longer you prolong those conversations, the harder it is going to be for you to accept what the reality is. Because that person may very well say, I am very content with my life here in this city, and I don't really see myself picking up and leaving, or I have no plans of picking up and leaving to come and live with you, because you guys can't be long distance forever, so somebody's gonna have to make that move, and that is something that is so important to talk about. So that is like number one to talk about when you're in a relationship. How often can you see this person? You got to look at financially. Are you able to really keep up with the finance of, you know, going to see that person? Are they in the like, how many miles away are they? Do you have to take a flight every time? Is the flight expensive? Do you need a passport? All of these things are so important, because if you need a passport and you are not from his home country and there's no plan for you to move out there, or him and he plans to move out here with you, that is very risky, especially when it's in a different country, because this man can have a whole nother family out there that you may not even know about. So that is very scary when you get into these long distance relationships and you really don't really get to see that person as often. And travel is something that's very restricted. Now, communication and seeing each other. From what I got from other people who have made long distance relationships work, they say they talk every day. Now, they don't necessarily be on a phone every day, but they text all the time. They text all day, and they at least FaceTime once a day at night at the end of the day. If you are finding yourself talking to a guy and you guys used to talk all the time, and then all of a sudden it's like he's kind of, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I can't talk to you right now. Oh, I'm not really, I'm going through some things or whatever like that. When a man is going through things, he wants to talk and vent that out. I'm not going to say all men, because some men, their emotions are different, but your man, like, he used to come with you to his problems, and all of a sudden now he's not coming to you with his problems anymore. He's acting distant. That gut feeling doesn't feel too good. You're seeing a girl liking his photos, you're seeing him liking a particular girl photos. I had a message where a girl was saying she was dealing with a guy and he was on Twitter flirting back and forth with another girl, and she was like, I think they used to have a thing, you know and if she's in his home city, that is a threat. I'm sorry. It is going to be a threat because he could physically go and see her anytime, any day when he has to go and take a flight and plan to come out and see you. And it just takes more dedication. That man has to be super dedicated to that relationship for long distance to work. You guys need to at least talk on the phone once a day. I understand things get busy, but it could be a short combo. It can be, hey, babe, like, I'm just had a busy day and how's your day and blah, blah, blah. I'm just wanted to call you and talk to you and tell you about my day, because communication has to be like, if this was like a normal relationship, you don't necessarily, you have to talk every day, but you don't necessarily, if it's such a busy day and you're not required to talk to that person all day, every day on the phone. But when you're in a long distance relationship, you have to talk to that person every single day because you're not physically seeing them. It's not like, hey, babe, let's go to the park, or hey, babe, let's go work out, let's go do this, or hey, babe, I just saw you today. Like, you don't even get to see them. So they need that your communication is all you guys have because you don't have the physical touch, which I think is a great bond to build. Like, in long distance relationships, all you have is communication. But when you find yourself talking to this person, and they are not really, they're all suddenly falling off, and sorry, somebody's calling me on my phone. Sorry, it got interrupted, and they might maybe call again, so sorry if it interrupts. But yes, sorry, I just cursed. Oh, you guys didn't hear that. So yeah, so I would say that communication needs to be 100%. Like, you guys need to be obsessed with each other, and after about a year, it needs to be a plan of, what are we doing? How often are we going to see each other? Like, once a month? Is that even something that you want for yourself? Because after a while, you're like, babe, like, I miss you. I want you. I want to see you, especially when you don't get to see them as much. Like, you miss them like crazy because you don't have that physical touch anymore. So that is one of the things I want to point out. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to be doing some questions and answers at the end with this, but communication is key, guys. If he's slipping up and you see him flirting with other girls, and oh, that's just a friend, take that with a side eye, because what the thing about long distance relationships is that you don't know what they're doing in their hometown because you're not physically with them, and they can be saying that they're at work because you don't really know for sure that they are where they say they are, or who are they are with. So trust needs to be a big one. If you do not trust somebody and you are dating them long distance, why are you dating them, and why are you wasting your time on them? Because at this point in time, if you don't have trust or communication, it's just like, why are you wasting your time, and why are you setting yourself up for failure? Because um you need to know, like, when you're not with them, that they are being faithful. And if they betray that trust, then how can you even trust them at all? What they're doing for the future. Maybe they had an incident and they was flirting with other girls. This other girl told me he was caught flirting with other women online, and she's like, I forgave him. And I'm like, girl, you don't even get to see him that often. So if you see him flirting with other women online, he may very well be building another relationship with another woman online as well. And then you're over here in one city, he got another girl in another city, he got another girl in another city, he got another girl in another city. Like, and then you get intimate with that person, and that sucks because now you're attached, your soul is attached, your soul tie is attached. And then you find yourself like, dang, like, I miss him and it's just not working out. What have I done? What do I need to do? I'm ready to move out there. Because I also found that a lot of women would move out there and the guy is not who he said he is, or they end up having you pack up and move out to a whole nother city without your family or friends, and now you're stuck out there with them and he's not who he really said he is. So you just have to be careful. Me personally, could I do a long distance relationship? It honestly just depends if he is financially able to come and see me, at least every 2 weeks or once a month. And I would say every 2 weeks because I want to see you. I want to see you as often as possible. And if you plan, or could you see your life out here with me and my kid? So those are discussions that I definitely want to take. But if you're talking to a guy that's long distance, it's fine. These these things that I just said apply for people who are taking their partner serious. Now, if this is just somebody that you're kind of talking to, then talk to other guys and date them as well, because you don't, unless this guy sit here and say, I want to take things serious, because he's very well maybe dating other girls in his city as well, and you just don't want to put your eggs in one basket, because then you find yourself kind of like feeling played and sad and hurt about the whole situation. So that is my advice about long distance relationships and how communication is key. Coming to see each other. Are you financially able to come and see each other as often? I would personally say twice a month out of the weekend, because why not? Are you guys planning trips together? Like, if you have not planned trips together, or he's not seeing you that often, or he sees you every other so and so when he's in town, he's not, I don't, it's going to be really hard for that to continue as years go by. You have to think about the long run, and nobody likes to think about that, especially when you are so very well invested into this person. Nobody likes to think like that, but in all reality, you have to, and you have to hurt your feelings now before they get hurt later. So I'm going to bring on, like I said, a friend of mine who's been in a long distance relationship for 3 years, and she's going to talk about the ups and downs that they have. They are planning, to him to move into the city that she lives in. And she's like, look, this is my breaker. If he does not have a plan within this amount of time, I'm going to have to walk away from this relationship. And it's hard on the other person too, because you're asking them to up and leave their home. If it's not their hometown, then maybe it's easier. But if it is their hometown where their family and friends are, it's going to be really hard for them to just be up and leaving. And they need to know that you are the one that they are going to up and leave for. Nobody wants to go up and leave and be with somebody and then find out that you're not even sure about that person. Like, I don't know. So I don't know, guys. That's all I have about long distance relationships and my advice about it. Just because I've had so many requests about long distance relationships. And again, I'm going to emphasize, since this is the most asked question, how much should you be communicating with him? You should be communicating with him every day. You should be FaceTiming with him at least once a day. Talk to him at least once a day, if not twice a day, in the morning and then at night, and then you text throughout the day. Now, nobody's saying you should sit on your phone all day and just be consumed with each other, but texting back and forth, that's communication, because you guys, that's the strongest part of your relationship, because that's all you guys have. Honestly, that's all you guys have is communication. And if that falls through, the whole relationship falls through, because it's long distance. So, okay, guys, hopefully this video helped. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below as well. If you have any video requests, go ahead and comment that below as well. If you have anything that I haven't addressed and you want me to make a video about it, I will. I have a video coming up on Wednesday morning and Friday morning, and then I go live on Sundays where you can actively ask me questions and talk to me. I'm going to try to find a time that is doable to go live on Sundays. I have my kid this week, guys, so my Sundays are kind of like up and down. So let me know what's a good time for me to go live. Should I go live in the morning for you guys, or should I go live at night for you guys? Okay, just go ahead and comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching my video. And if you haven't already, you need to go ahead and subscribe to your girl's channel, because we are leveling up here in many different ways. And I'm putting y'all on game, okay? I'm putting y'all on game. 2020 is not the year to be playing any games with any of these guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Brittany Nashay. If you have any questions, email me or message me on Instagram, or you could just go ahead and comment below this video. All right, bye guys.